Hey everybody, we are heading out into the desert tonight. So, something I noticed lately is that more than 20% of the images I've been selling online have been desert sunset pictures. And here's the thing, I only have maybe a dozen of them online. So what I'm going to start doing here is heading out into the desert and taking more of these sunset photographs. Now, tonight is not going to be a very spectacular one. I've seen sunsets so incredible, people pull off the highway just to watch. I mean, absolutely spectacular. But tonight there's not a cloud in the sky. So I'm not really expecting that, but we're still going to go out there because here's the thing. The image that I've received the highest commission on in the micro stock market was actually a desert sunset without a single cloud in the sky. It was a pretty spectacular one that night. So we're going to go out and take a picture or two and see what happens. So we're on a trail right now, but eventually we're probably going to go off trail here. I'm going to be looking for a bald spot here in the Sonoran Desert, and hopefully with a saguaro cactus to our west. And we'll see if we can use that as a foreground element tonight with our setting sun. Well, we're off the side of the highway, so it's going to get a little quieter. I'm actually, even though in this open area, looking for two things: rattlesnakes and desert tortoises. Not seeing either one. But I'm also looking up here these cactuses. There's not much to choose from in this area. Now, back towards the parking lot, I saw a really good candidate. Not in an open area like this, but right off the trail, so very easy to get to. And I'm definitely looking out for the holes that are in the ground here, making sure I don't get too close to them. We'll see if we can find one out here or not. All right, I think I found a candidate, and best of all, we have a nice open area, so it'll be hard for something to slither up next to me. We are about 50 yards off the highway, so chances are we've probably been within 50 yards of a rattlesnake. Something you have to constantly look for when you're out here. But yeah, I got a nice saguaro right in front of me with arms. I'm going to see if I can find a spot for us to position ourselves to take a picture. They say that every image is worth 1,000 words, but the one thing that this image says is hot. So one of the tricks I have of dealing with lens flare actually deals with these protective UV lenses that we put in front of our cameras. So in case something hits it and scratches, it doesn't scratch the actual lens. And it's much cheaper to replace this thing than the lens behind it. But for right now, I'm going to take it off and then shoot, and that's actually going to reduce the amount of lens flare I'm dealing with right now. All right, now that I've got this whole lens flare issue dealt with, what I can focus on now is following the rule of thirds, because what I was doing is pushing the cactus in the sun to about 1/4 of the way over, not 1/3, which is the real third. So now I can reposition the foreground element following the rule of thirds, and hopefully have a more visually appealing image. Don't forget to shoot some of your images in portrait mode, because not all print media is done in landscape mode. Think magazines. Alright, so what you didn't see there is I just moved the camera because the sun not only is going down, but it's also going diagonally. And I positioned us so that the cactus is right in front of the sun. And we're capturing some dead-on images. Now I know this violates the rule of thirds, but sometimes a dead-on image, particularly when you have something spectacular like this happening, actually looks really great. So when you're on the tripod, don't forget to turn off your lens's image stabilization. That's only needed when you're in handheld mode. The tripod is handling the stabilization for you. But also don't forget to turn it back on when you pop it off the tripod. So with the light that's left, what I'm doing is I'm capturing the warm glow in the air and the transition into the bluer, cooler light. But I also have my subjects a little bit low. They're actually on the lower third of the frame right now, leaving this blank area. And you might be thinking that's a big waste, but when it comes to somebody trying to produce some type of content, they need what's called copy space, that blank area in which they can put logos, they can put fonts, they may be able to also insert other images. So I'm giving them a wide range of space that they can use to further develop the image for their needs. Well, that's it for tonight's photo shoot here in the Sonoran Desert. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and I will see you on the next episode.